crimson-rumped aracaris. First question, what do they eat? They eat very soft, gooey, or rotting fruit in the wild. Here at the zoo, we try to give them those things, with their favorites being things like grapes and papayas. Question 2, how do they eat?
With no teeth.
With no teeth. The edges of their beak are kind of serrated, so it's kind of got bumpy edges, and with that they can use it to shear off pieces of large fruit, and then when they get a small piece, they just throw their head back and toss it back into their throat. Question 3, what diseases can they get? One of the major ones for these guys is iron storage disease. If they eat too many of certain kinds of food that are naturally high in iron, is iron storage disease. If they eat too many of certain kinds of food that are naturally high in iron, they will store that up, and then that will cause them all kinds of health issues. Number 4, what is the size, weight, and lifespan? Well, what you see there is an adult bird, so they tend to get about 34 to 35 centimeters long, and they can weigh anywhere from 5 to 8 ounces. And as for lifespan, in captivity they can live to be about 20 years old. Question 5, how do parents take care of their eggs? One of the unique things about these birds is that the mom and the dad will take turns sitting on the egg. Number 6, is the beak heavy? No, the beak is not heavy. It's made of the same no, the beak is not heavy. It's made of the same kind of substance that your fingernails are made out of, and they are mostly hollow. So even though they look like they would be big, they're actually quite light. Number 7, what is the beak used for? Well, aside from ripping their food apart, their beak is also used as a sword. They will actually fight other members of the same kind of bird, as well as fight with other birds, and use that to defend themselves or try to make a point. Question 8, what is something interesting about the beak? Well, there's a couple of things actually. Depending on the kind of aracari you're looking at, they will have very unique markings. Also, the entire family of these birds have a very interesting thing. Their beaks actually have nerves. Well, there's a couple of things actually. Depending on the kind of aracari you're looking at, they will have very unique markings. Also, the entire family of these birds have a very interesting thing. Their beaks actually have nerves right into them, whereas most other bird families do not. So they can actually feel everything that happens to their beak. And I believe that's everything.
Thanks, Bianca.